Miles and miles of sun-soaked beaches and shimmering coastline, hugged by gentle waves and swaying palm trees. Gentle tropical breezes, magnificent coral reefs and offshore islands, set amidst a beauty that is almost indescribable. Fascinating forms of marine life and delightful sea creatures that warm the hearts of young and old. Exotic wildlife, unparalleled water sports, and world-class resorts, complete with all the amenities. And all of this situated in a region that is one of the most thriving and exciting commerce points in the world. Welcome to South Florida. On this special Rand McNally video trip, we're going to take a first-hand look at all of this vacationer's Mecca has to offer. From the sparkling, shell-covered beaches off Fort Myers, to the enchanting Caribbean gardens at Naples, from the haunting mystery and beauty of the Everglades, to the mesmerizing seascapes of the Florida Keys. We'll take a whirlwind tour of Miami, Florida's fun center and the cruise capital of the world. Breeze on up the coast and visit the American Venice, Fort Lauderdale, and the many attractions of Palm Beach and surrounding environs. We'll take a brief look at some of the history of the region, point out the primary access routes and transportation aids, tell you a bit about what to expect in weather, and of course, explore the vacation getaways, resorts, accommodations, first-class dining, and recreational opportunities that South Florida has to offer. If you're as anxious as I am, let's journey south now into the heart of this vacationer's dreamland. Our video trip begins in southwest Florida at Fort Myers, located on the wide and inviting Caloosahatchee River, and just inland from the Gulf of Mexico. The main access route to this city is Interstate 75, which runs north and south and leads down from St. Petersburg. An alternate route closer to the Gulf Coast, which closely parallels I-75, is U.S. Highway 41. Scheduled airline service is available at nearby Southwest Florida Regional Airport, and the major bus lines also provide ready transportation to the Fort Myers area. Like most of the rest of Florida, the history of the Fort Myers area is centered around discoveries by early Spanish explorers who landed in nearby Placida in 1528. Eventually, settlers would come and reap the bounty of this lush Gulf oasis. The famous inventor Thomas Edison is also a part of Fort Myers' past. At 38 years of age, he came to the area from New Jersey to set up a grandiose estate, complete not only with his incandescent lights, but also with the first modern swimming pool built in America. Regular tours of Edison's winter home, which includes his laboratory, botanical gardens, and a museum displaying many of his inventions and memorabilia, are available. The estate is located on McGregor Street in Fort Myers. Just south of Fort Myers on U.S. Highway 41 is a definite must-see, Waltzing Waters. Here, you'll witness dazzling, multicolored displays of showering water fonts reaching to the sky. And all of this set to music and including laser and multimedia displays. Rainbow Golf and a gift shop are also on the grounds. Other attractions and activities in the Fort Myers area: Sanibel Island and Sanibel Stoop, where the beaches are literally covered with a wide array of seashells. As a matter of fact, This area has more shell varieties awaiting you than any other place in North America. Also on Sanibel, you can hop aboard a sailing yacht and explore the many bays, islands, and ports of the warm Gulf Coast. Or visit the J.N. Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge on Sanibel. In Bonita Springs, there's the Everglades Wonder Gardens, another intriguing wildlife exhibit. Here, see otters, white-tailed deer, Florida panthers, birds, alligators, and the endangered Everglades crocodile. It's located just off U.S. Highway 41. While in the area, you can ply the sands of Fort Myers Beach. Sport fish for exciting tarpon at Boca Grande Pass, the tarpon capital of the world. Or parasail. Or golf at one of the many excellent area courses. There's so many things to see and do in the Fort Myers area that you could spend your entire vacation here alone. Walk the shores of Captiva Island and watch playful dolphins frolic offshore. Ride a boat to Cabbage Key and dine in the quaint atmosphere of the Old Inn. And speaking of dining, there's many fine restaurants in the Fort Myers area, offering everything from tender, steaming seafood to exciting international dishes. Lodging facilities are among the finest in the South, from cozy cottages and beach homes to modern, comfortable hotels and motels. You'll be well taken care of in the Fort Myers area. Hospitality here is world famous. About 40 miles south on US 41 is the sparkling seaside resort of Naples. Interstate 75 is another major access route which leads here. Shortly after the Civil War, General John S. Williams and publisher Walter N. Haldeman of the Louisville Journal discovered this winter hideaway. Pioneers, politicians, and movie stars have been coming here ever since. Not to mention sun-seeking vacationers like you and me, of course. Naples is a touch of class nestled among nature's tropical splendor. One minute, you can be strolling through the posh 5th and 3rd Avenue's South District, laden with exclusive shops and boutiques. And the next, be strolling on Naples' sun-splashed white beaches in search of multicolored shells, fishing adventures, or just plain relaxation. One of the premier attractions in the area is Jungle Larry's African Safari Park, a 52-acre wildlife showland set in the splendor of the Caribbean Gardens. Here, you'll see the unique Tigalon, a cross between a tiger and a lion, African leopards, chimpanzees, and a host of other fascinating critters. And if you're a nature lover like me, you'll definitely want to stop at the National Audubon Society's Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary, located northeast of Naples. An 11,000-acre natural preserve established to protect the area's 500-year-old trees and endangered birds. Here, the stately wood stork, feisty alligators, and unique air plants can be seen in their pristine environment from a boardwalk self-guiding tour. Another Naples area attraction is Marco Island, a red mangrove resort treasure located just south of the city. Here, see the charming home of W.D. Captain Bill Collier, one of the island's first settlers and a colorful regional figure. Or take a tour of the island's natural wonders, complete with knowledgeable guides, and see firsthand the majestic bald eagle, curious snowy egrets, and herons. Accommodations in and around Naples range from laid-back beach cottages to elegant hotels. The area has also attracted some of the world's finest chefs, and dining here is an experience in itself. Put Naples, Florida on your itinerary. You'll definitely not be disappointed. Picking up the pace a bit, our video trip takes us to Southeast Florida and the jazzy hub and thriving commercial center of the tropics, Miami, and its sister cities, beaches, and resorts. A lot has been said about the Miami area, but we're going to take a serious vacationer's hands-on look at this thrilling Atlantic seacoast port. The major thoroughfares leading into Miami are Interstate 95 and Florida's Turnpike, a toll highway, both leading from the north. Coming from the west, the major access is U.S. Highway 41, also known as the Tam-Miami Trail. From the south is U.S. Highway 1 and the Homestead extension of Florida's Turnpike. There's excellent airline service, of course, supplied by Miami International Airport. And there's plenty of rental cars, taxis, and bus line services just waiting to take you to your final destination. Miami has the distinction of being the only city in the U.S. to be founded by a woman. No wonder it took off so fast. Cleveland, Ohio native Julia Tuttle came to Miami shores with her 2 children on a barge in 1891. Impressed with the area and convinced of its potential, she eventually persuaded building and rail magnate Henry Flagler to extend his railroad south along Biscayne Bay, paving the way for a new city. It's been home to wealthy developers and TV personalities such as Jackie Gleason and Arthur Godfrey, and dozens of other celebrities. From Latin immigrants to famous authors and thousands of others, famous and not so famous, making Greater Miami a true melting pot of the U.S. Let's begin our video journey from Miami, in style now, at the Port of Miami, as we hop aboard Carnival or Sea Escape luxury cruises for a fun-filled offshore tour. Cruise to the Bahamas or take a day cruise while being pampered with scrumptious international cuisine and complimentary champagne. And it all starts right here in Port Miami. Rejuvenated and back on land now, our next stop is the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens, located on the shores of Biscayne Bay. One of Miami's premier attractions, Vizcaya is an elegant Renaissance-style Italian palace with 70 captivating rooms. Located on 10 acres of well-manicured grounds, surrounded by beautiful flowering gardens. Guided tours are available year-round, and the facility offers a gift shop and cafe as well. Vizcaya Gardens should be on the top of your list when visiting Miami. Another must destination is the Coral Castle, made of 1,000 tons of striking coral over a period of 30 years by one Latvian man out to impress his fiancée. Located just south of Miami at Homestead, this unique attraction has been featured on TV's That's Incredible and In Search Of. And if you're in search of something out of the ordinary, the Art Deco district of South Miami Beach is the place for you. Covering 80 square blocks, here you'll witness the somewhat outlandish architectural style of homes and buildings that was popular here in the 1930s and 40s. Take a guided tour and stroll along the pink sidewalks of Lincoln Road. Browse through quaint art galleries, cafes, and vintage clothing shops, and simply be a part of this pastel, man-made world of South Miami Beach's past. Our next stop is sure to thrill the whole family. Miami Seaquarium at Key Biscayne, just off the Rickenbacker Causeway. Here, within splashing range, you'll see the wonderful aerobatics of graceful dolphins, including TV star Flipper, and the unforgettable performances of killer whales. Miami Seaquarium is full of surprises, and it's a great place to spend a day with family or a favorite friend. Another leading attraction in the area is the Miami Metro Zoo. See a myriad of animals from around the world in their natural settings. You know, trying to visit all of the attractions that the Miami area has to offer in a day or two is virtually impossible. So plan at least 3 days in and around the city. And then you'll only scratch the surface. Just a sampling of Miami area spots you'll want to visit include the ancient Spanish monastery, the oldest building in the Western Hemisphere, and a place where you can literally feel the reverence and the history. Built in Spain in 1141, it was moved here in 1954 by area developers. Hallover Park, set between the bay and the ocean, which is a favorite beat for surfers. Water sports enthusiasts, and pleasure boaters. It boasts a full marina and an excellent oceanfront restaurant. There are many other fine parks in and around Miami as well, including South Point, which offers a commanding view of the harbor and the many mega ships which ply its waters daily. And Biscayne National Underwater Park, one of the largest aquatic parks in the country, where you can either explore in leisure by glass-bottom boat or a little more hands-on style with snorkel and fins. And there's ranger-led canoe trips in the backwaters for the more adventurous. Like shopping? Well, you can have a heyday at any one of hundreds of Miami area shops, a lot of them with international curios and gifts that you'll find in few other places. A favorite spot is Bayside Marketplace, a 16-acre shopping and entertainment mecca. Browse through a plethora of lively shops and boutiques, stores, and art galleries. Other major shopping areas in the greater Miami area include Ball Harbor, Coconut Grove, Miami International Mall, The Falls, Omni International Mall, and the Aventura Mall, to name a few. Well, we certainly haven't seen it all in the Miami area, but we'll give you just a taste of what else is available. Places like Coral Gables, class with a Mediterranean twist. And the grandeur of 83-acre Fairchild Botanical Gardens. There's Parrot Jungle. and orchid jungle. There's architectural and artful excellence. Accommodations here are plentiful, and it's simply impossible to mention them all. Every type of lodging you can imagine, from Golden Beach to Florida City abound, and range from budget motels to the finest tropical architectural masterpieces. Dining spans the gamut from soda fountains to steakhouses to continental cuisine. And there are many restaurants that specialize in Spanish and Cuban dishes served in a special way that only Miami chefs can prepare. Miami is not just a place, it's a celebration. Your travel agent can put you in the middle of it all. Traveling up the Gold Coast now a short ways, we arrive at a glittering place with a distinct environment all its own, Fort Lauderdale and nearby Hollywood. The major access routes to the Fort Lauderdale area include Interstate 95 and Florida's Turnpike from the north and south. Alternate routes are U.S. Highways 1 and 441 and the scenic oceanfront route, State Highway A1A. From the west, the major thoroughfare is State Route 84. Airline service is provided from the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, conveniently located just 4 miles south of the city center. Amtrak, with modern, comfortable coaches and deep reclining seats, makes daily stops in Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, and Deerfield Beach. Greyhound bus lines also serve the Fort Lauderdale area. Fort Lauderdale, called the American Venice because of its vast network of canals and waterways, lies within the confines of sprawling Broward County. The county was named for Florida's governor between 1905 and 1909, Napoleon Bonaparte Broward. Broward was an ambitious developer, and his large-scale drainage projects opened up much of the nearby Everglades to ranching, farming, and settlement. The city was named for a Major William Lauderdale, who built a fortress at the mouth of the New River in 1838 to protect settlers during the Seminole Indian Wars. Today, Fort Lauderdale acts as a center for sun and fun seekers from throughout the world, and is very popular with retirees. And the climate here is unbelievable. The average year-round temperature is an ideal 75 degrees, with over 3,000 hours of sunshine annually. The first stop on our McNally tour of Fort Lauderdale is Ocean World, located on Southeast 17th Street. Here, you'll see one of the most colorful aquatic shows on the Atlantic coast, featuring 7 continuous shows with everything from catapulting dolphins and comical sea lions to hungry sharks and colorful parrots. While you're in the area, a few minutes' drive to the south is Hollywood, and one of the finest shopping malls in Florida is located here at Ocean Walk. There's a variety of shops and boutiques offering a host of interesting items, not to mention casual and gourmet eateries, an amusement center, theater, and steaming spa, all situated along one of the most inviting stretches of beachfront on the Gold Coast. Other attractions in the Fort Lauderdale area include Flamingo Gardens, featuring both native and exotic flowering plants and birds. Butterfly World is a fascinating place with 3 acres of ecology in motion. Here, you'll see colorful butterflies in all stages of life, and a butterfly museum, botanical and water gardens. It's located northwest of Fort Lauderdale at Coconut Creek. And you can travel through this tropical, water-soaked oasis in a variety of styles. The Paddle Wheel Queen and the Jungle Queen allows you to experience the riverboat era with all the excitement and variety that only one of these special waterway cruises can offer. There's luxurious ocean cruises on Discovery and Sea Escape. There's over 50 golf courses, 550 tennis courts, and 23 miles of white sand beaches. There's superb fishing for blue marlin and largemouth bass, and some of the best boating, scuba diving, and snorkeling anywhere. The greater Fort Lauderdale area boasts 23,000 hotel rooms alone and a variety of other accommodations with prices to suit any budget. There are over 2,500 restaurants, numerous nightclubs, discos, and piano bars, and top-line entertainment. Fort Lauderdale is Florida like you only dreamed it could be. If you're ready for a little opulence now, we're going to cruise on up the Gold Coast about 45 miles to Palm Beach. The major access routes are Interstate 95, the Florida Turnpike, and U.S. Highway 1 leading north and south. U.S. 441 links from the west. Palm Beach International Airport serves the area, as does Amtrak, with daily stops at West Palm Beach. Henry Morrison Flagler, the construction and rail magnate, established Palm Beach in 1894 as an international resort and getaway for the well-to-do. It's pretty much served that purpose since, with its lavish hotels and resort facilities, well-manicured gardens and polo grounds, and luxurious shops and exclusive boutiques. And may I add, it's also a haven for fun-seeking recreation fanatics like you and me. The history of Flagler's achievements can be seen at the Henry M. Flagler Museum on Coconut Row. View his restored private home and scads of other memorabilia dating from the 1800s. Let's go west now, and suddenly we enter another world, Lion Country Safari. Here, from the comfort of your car, you can drive through a 500-acre wildlife showland, featuring over 1,000 African, Asian, and American animals, all roaming freely in a natural setting. You'll have lions, elephants, and other exotic animals actually come within inches of your car. There are other attractions on the grounds as well. The kids will simply go wild. On Palm Beach itself, there's ritzy Worth Avenue, regarded by many as the world's classiest shopping district. South at Delray Beach, you'll experience the enchantment of Japanese culture and horticulture at the Murakami Museum and Japanese Gardens. And there are dozens of other things to see and do, including carefree dining at some of the finest oceanfront restaurants. Enjoy miles of sun-splashed waterfront and laid-back beaches like Singer Island, Juneau, and Delray beaches. And world-class bass fishing at nearby Lake Okeechobee. Visit the display at the Norton Gallery of Art. And sightsee all the amenities of Palm Beach from an Empress cruise. Lodging ranges from posh, elegant structures like the Breakers Hotel to quaint, cozy beach cottages and comfortable motels. Indeed, Palm Beach is a vacation land extraordinaire. Our video trip of South Florida just wouldn't be complete without visiting two of the area's premier natural wonderlands, Everglades National Park and the Florida Keys. Everglades National Park is located southwest of Miami, about an hour's drive away, and is accessed by several major routes which lead from the Miami area. U.S. Highway 41, or the To Miami Trail, U.S. Highway 1, and the Homestead extension of the Florida Turnpike. The main visitor center of the park is located 11 miles west of Homestead. Established in 1947, Everglades National Park is an expansive tropical wilderness which encompasses 6 distinct ecosystems and is home to manatees, dolphins, sharks, deer, alligators, the exotic Florida panther, and a wonderful display of bird life. World famous, Everglades National Park hosts over 1 million visitors per year. There's lots to explore, and we suggest that you stop at the main visitors center or the Shark Valley Visitor Centers and pick up some valuable pamphlets that will make your stay more pleasant and enjoyable. Winter is the best time to visit, as the summertime can be torrid, mosquitoes plentiful, and thunderstorms frequent. So bring along a raincoat and repellent just in case. At Shark Valley, you can take a tram on an exciting 15-mile ride through the very essence of the Everglades to an observation tower which offers an all-encompassing view of the rivers of grass. Bicycle rentals are also available, and it's a fun way to tour Shark Valley and see wildlife up close. Campgrounds in the Everglades are among the finest in the national park system. And the word must be out, so plan to arrive early to get a good sight. Lodging, fine dining, gift shops, stores, and services are all available at Flamingo. In the Everglades, one of nature's most incredible displays of tropical splendor. Along the northern border of the park, also known as Alligator Alley, the To Miami Trail will lead you to the Miccosukee Indian Village, just a few minutes west of the Shark Valley Visitor Center. Here, you can take an airboat ride on one of the many backwater canals and see exotic birds and wildlife in their natural habitat. There's also boat tours from Flamingo deep in the heart of the Everglades, as well as boat tours and jet airboat rides originating in Everglades City in the northwest corner of the park. In Everglades City, you can see an Indian village and watch as the women create beaded necklaces and other handcrafted items of their tribes. And there are gift shops filled with mementos should you be inclined to take home a souvenir of southern Florida. Regardless of where you visit in Florida, you haven't seen the real Florida until you've toured Everglades National Park. The Florida Keys stretch an infatuating 180 miles southwest from the Florida mainland, from Biscayne Bay to the dry Tortugas. The main access routes, U.S. Highway 1 and Scenic Route 905, trickle down from Florida City. The Keys are a waterbound chain of sun-splashed islands linked by the ever-changing scenery of the overseas highway. At every stop, at every turn, there's adventure and untold recreation. Vacation treats include John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park, which encompasses the only living coral reef in North America. Nature trails and guided underwater tours are available, and diving and snorkeling are very popular. It begins just south of romantic Key Largo. The Dolphin Research Center on Grassy Key, where you get to see dolphins in their natural environment. Marathon is the headquarters for world-class tarpon and bone fishing. Along the way on your Keys adventure are azure seas and emerald lagoons, white heron sentries, beckoning beaches, and water splash sports aplenty. At Key West, take the Conch Tour or the Old Town Trolley trains, which pass by all the major points of interest on this colorful island, including the Ernest Hemingway House and Museum, and the Audubon House and Gardens. The charming architecture of area gingerbread mansions, and on to the exciting shopping atmosphere of Mallory Market, where hundreds of affordable treasures await island hoppers. The kids will love the Turtle Corrals, where 400-pound loggerhead turtles cruise the shallows. History seekers will enjoy the Wreckers Museum, the oldest house in Key West, which was once the quarters for a salty sea captain and his 9 daughters. The Mel Fisher Maritime Heritage Society Treasure Museum, which is loaded with $250 million worth of sea treasures. And the Fort Zachary Taylor Historic Site, an important Key West fortress for the Union Army during the Civil War. We can hop aboard a seaplane for a breathtaking bird's-eye view of the Lower Keys, its white coral sands, turquoise-colored waters, and other natural wonders. Or dine at one of the island's many fine restaurants, featuring seafood delights and other tasty fare. And lodging facilities are at your fingertips. Here at the Florida Keys, where the American Caribbean lives and vacationers frolic in the sun-drenched tropical atmosphere. Here are a few tips that will help you with your South Florida vacation trip planning. First of all, I'd personally recommend you pick up Rand McNally maps of Florida and the handy Rand McNally Road Atlas. Florida considers itself the Sunshine State, and with good reason. There are many South Florida locales which average over 300 days of sunshine per year. But you should be aware of some particulars. Winter receives the brunt of the tourist traffic, along with the best weather, but you'll experience more crowded conditions. South Florida winter temperatures range from highs in the mid to upper 70s to balmy lows in the 60s and occasionally in the 50s. Although lightweight to moderate clothing is the rule, you'll never know when a cold snap will drift down from the north, so it's always a good idea to carry along a sweater and a jacket or two. Though summer is often torrid and humid with highs in the 80s and 90s and lows in the 70s, it's definitely not unbearable. You may experience some afternoon thunder showers and some pesky mosquitoes, but you'll benefit by escaping the crowds. It's also a prime time to go for budget-minded vacationers. Many hotels and other facilities lower their prices from April to October, and you can escape the heat by centering your vacation around coastal points and the refreshing ocean breezes. We suggest you visit South Florida by auto, RV, or from a number of package tours that are available to really get a feel of this magnificent playground. There's a myriad of car rental facilities located throughout South Florida, and your travel agent can arrange the details for an enjoyable tour. For the RV owner, there's plenty of campgrounds and facilities strategically located throughout southern Florida, both commercial and in the state and federal park systems. For more information on these and other travel-related questions, contact the following. South Florida, and all its essence. From the vibrant resort towns of Fort Myers and Naples on the Gulf Coast, to the lively recreation centers of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Palm Beach on the Atlantic seafront. From the haunting mystery of the Everglades to the sun and water-drenched islets of the Florida Keys. It's easy to see why it's one of the most popular vacation spots in the world. This video trip is part of Rand McNally's exciting travel series, which also includes Central and North Florida, and other popular vacation spots as well.
Also look for Rand McNally's America's Park Series, which includes these parks and others.
For more information about exciting destinations, consult Rand McNally's full line of world atlases, road atlases, and travel guides. World atlases such as the new International Atlas and the Cosmopolitan World Atlas are filled with detailed full-color maps that give you an in-depth view of the world. These maps depict the terrain, climate, culture, economic conditions, and population of thousands of locations around the globe. Half the fun of vacationing is in the planning, and the Great Escapes Getaway Guide is just one example of the many Rand McNally travel guides that can make this job easier. It features a variety of interesting vacation ideas, from the fast pace of city life to the serene beauty of America's national parks, along with a special section just for children. For more information, there's a selection of more than 3,000 free travel brochures to send for. Now, no trip would be complete without a good map, and the best-selling annually updated Rand McNally Road Atlas contains easy-to-read, highly detailed road maps, along with helpful travel tips that will guide you safely to destinations throughout North America. Rand McNally publications are available wherever books are sold, including the Rand McNally Map and Travel stores in Chicago, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Costa Mesa, California.